Hey guys, Jezet here. Today I'm going to be coming at you with my double first place 8-0 blind second Sky Striker deck list from two different local tournaments that I've attended in the past 3 weeks. So, first of all, we play 3-ray and 2-race. So these are our pilots. They allow us to get into our extra deck, which is the whole purpose of the deck. And as well as this, we play one rotor. Basically, so these are our hard ways to get to extra deck, as well as Hornet drones, which will be shown later on. But yeah, this is 2 rows because initially I was playing 3, but with 3 you can sometimes draw into. Basically, you never really want to open 2 of these. Opening 2 different ones is fine, but if you open 2 ray or 2 rows, it's not great for you because it's like a dead card in your hand, which is not what you want in this deck. You want 6 live cards. So I decided to cut it to 2 rows, 1 upstart, which has worked better for me. Then we play 1 engage. This is the best card in the deck. It searches your whole engine, and yeah, glad this card came back to 1. Then we play 3 Pot of Desires. This card I would argue is mandatory in this deck. I would not play Prosperity. I think this card is definitely one of the best cards in the deck, and I'm always happy to resolve it. I quite often resolve 2, and I've still managed to win. That happened twice yesterday, and the second time I drew Engage off of the pot, which was quite nice. So we'd definitely always play 3 Desires in Striker, especially in a blind second list. Then I play Terraforming and 2 Field Spell. This is for consistency, so obviously you want to hit stuff off area 0. And then we play 1 multi-roll. Again, this combined with the field spell allows you to get into your extra deck, which is like a 5.9% chance to see multi-roll on one of these 3. So yeah, more consistency, which is exactly what the deck needs. Then as well as this, we play 1 Hornet Drones. Again, it's like another hard way into the extra deck, but it doesn't give you like a pilot engrave, which is kind of what you need. But it works, it functions, and it also serves a purpose to provide a secondary function, which is to link climb, and also it's chainable to Anti-Spell and Order, which is 2 problem cards to this day that it really struggles with. Then we play 1 upstart. So we're playing a 39 card deck, so it means our deck is as consistent as possible. For our engine then, we play 3 Widow Anchor. This is it's a super strong card. We're never playing less than 3, it's pretty self-explanatory. 2 Shark. 2 because it's really not great versus Tri-Brigade. It only comes up in very niche situations. And you it's sort of secondary to search to Widow Anchor. You always sort of want to have Anchor, whereas this is sort of only comes up in specific matchups, whereas Anchor is great in every matchup. Then we play 2 Afterburners. Not playing Jamming Waves because I do not feel like it is good enough in the main deck currently, and also I would not want to play 1-1 because I'm playing Desires. And then for our last engine card, we're playing Eagle Booster. I would like to play this at 2 if I had the space for it, because it's a really great card, and it's it just trades with a hand trap a lot of the time, and also makes your access code unaffected when you're going for game, which is really, really nice. As well as this, so for our hand trap lineup, we play 3 Ash, 3 Bell, 3 Imperm, 3 Veiler, and 2 Nib. So that's our hand traps. So basically the reason for playing all of these is because you're playing blind second, you want to stop your opponent from playing and sort of grind down their resources until you can win. Ash is generically good versus every deck. It's not amazing, but it can stop prank kids if they open the not greatest of hands. Bell is really good versus most of the current decks. It's really good versus Drytron. It stops the Tri-Brigade trap. Imperm and Veiler, again, really generically good right now. And 2 Nib in the main deck because a lot of people just play into it game 1, don't expect it in the main deck, and it's a really strong card. Then for our last 2 cards, we play 1 Mine and 1 Cool Buy. So I was playing 3 Nibiru, but I cut the 3rd Nib for a Mystic Mine because it's really strong game 1. A lot of people aren't maining an out to it, and you just win automatically because they can't out it. And Cool Buy is just a great card at the moment. It's really good going first, it's really good going second, and it's just a very, very strong card. It's great versus Drytron, it's good versus Tri-Brigade. So then in the extra deck, we play 3 Kigari. Obviously this is very self-explanatory, no one would ever play less than 3 of this. It's such a good card, it sort of allows the deck to keep function really. Then we play 3 Shizuku. Again, this card, some people play this at 2, I prefer it at 3. It sort of just keeps your engine going, especially if you sort of get hand trapped during your turn. If you can resolve this and add engage and not die the next turn, you put you in a very strong position to be in. I personally play 2 Hayate. I was playing 3, but the 3rd one very rarely came up. And actually, what I cut it for was a Nightmare Phoenix, which comes up absolutely loads. It outs Imperial Order, it outs Anti-Spell. Very, very good card overall. I also play 1 Kana and 1 Zeke. I would wish I could play 2 Zeke. The card comes up loads. It obviously can out a lot of the problem monsters. It also can send field spell and summon a guy from deck, which is really nice to help you link climb. And kind of occasionally comes up and stops you from dying, which is really nice. For my flex bots, I play Phoenix and Ningirsu. Phoenix outs like Anti-Spell Order, and Ningirsu outs Dragoon, so they're two really big problems for the deck. That's why I play those. And then the last slots, I play Hellfire Rex, selling access code for the OTK combo. All really good cards. Again, normal summoning a hand trap and then just comboing and killing your opponent is really, really nice. So yeah, that's that. And then also play a parry token. Shout out to Yujo, who's a really great guy. For side deck, this has changed a little bit from the two different tournaments. So I play 3 Skullmeister and 3 Crow. This has always stayed the same. These cards are really good. They cover most matchups that you can play against, and they have impact versus a lot of decks, which is just basically what I wanted to make the deck sort of. You can always sort of side and play versus every deck. So I played these yesterday because the locals that I went to yesterday I knew would only have one Drytron player, and therefore I decided I was not going to play Cycle Reader, as I did not want to side a singular card for a singular deck. And I did end up playing with versus the Drytron player, and I did 2 of him either way. I drew Crow and crowed the Ben 10, and I won because of that. And then the last cards I played, so I played 3 Cosmic Cyclone and 3 MST. These are really strong. Again, they out back row. That's sort of a problem for you, so Anti-Spell and Order. You can also just pop Revolt earlier in the turn, so they wasted their Omen Banish if they didn't set up well. And yeah, so you sort of just side these in whenever you expect your opponent to have annoying back row. It also pops Chuche, which is a really big problem for this deck too. So I shall put my matchups in the description of the video. Shout out to RJ Cars and Supplies, my sponsor, and also the locals that I attended yesterday. And also shout out to Sneak Attack Games in Stratford. They host a really great locals. And thank you very much guys for watching, and have a nice day.